Now we're with the State Champs Esports Head Director, Colin Graham. Colin, thank you for joining us.
It's always a pleasure.
All right, so finally we get to start talking about week 3. Can you tell us about the game of the week?
So this week we actually have 2 games of the week.
Oh, really?
We're pitting Birmingham United versus Grandville, and then we also have Carl Sandburg versus Munster High School out of Indiana.
All right, so why did we choose 2 games for this week?
Well, with the amount of competitors we have this year, we thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and highlight multiple games each week to give not only our students an opportunity to be highlighted in their skills, but also give our viewers an opportunity to see a wide variety of different games.
So Colin, what can we expect from the first matchup for the first game of the week?
The first game of the week matchup is going to be Birmingham United versus Grandville. They're currently 2 undefeated teams in Division 3. We don't have that in a lot of matchups this week, so I thought it'd be a good idea to highlight them as they tries to stay unbeaten and take the top of their division.
All right, and then what about the second game?
The second, we've got Carl Sandburg versus Munster High School. Carl Sandburg came off of a win at the 66 tournament in Normal, Illinois. They're personally one of my favorites to come to LTU in May, and they're going against Munster High School, who is a one-loss team in their division, looking to knock them off and take the top.
So wait, they're Munster High School?
Munster High School.
Is that the name of a cheese?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, hope they don't cut the cheese on that one. All right, so what can we keep our eyes out for coming up in week 3?
I think in week 3 we're going to see a lot of the top division teams kind of stay very close, a lot of parity. You're going to see the gameplay will be very similar. You may not see it in results, but you'll definitely see it when you watch a team one-on-one. They're going to try to go after the same things. They're going to have a lot of the same shot calling. Whenever you start going down to the bottom divisions, 4, 5, and 6, the cream will rise to the top. You'll start seeing the teams that are playing above their division start to have better records, and the teams that need to work a little bit harder will start falling to the bottom. One thing to keep your eye on will be Division 4. We made a small mistake. We have a team in Division 4 that quite honestly should be in Division 1. So word to everybody in Division 4, maybe you should try a little bit harder and knock them off the top.
All right, well, Colin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and we are very excited for week 3. We're excited to see what everyone's going to bring to the table, how all the teams are going to do. Please be sure to follow us on Twitch and all of our social media platforms for more insights to see what's going on. I'm Jenna Skelski. That's it for this week, and we'll see you next time. Hey everybody, I'm Jenna Skelski.
guys. All right, guys, what's going on? We're about to get ready into the game. My name's Andrew Blanchard. I am the tournament director here at State Champs Esports. We're going to try to give you guys a little bit of commentary over the games today. Try to get you a little more content than we've been giving you the last couple games. I am joined here today with Colin Graham. Colin Graham, how you doing?
Doing all right, Andrew. How are you?
Doing all right myself. So before we get underway, we're going to go ahead and introduce the teams. On the blue side, we have Grandville High School. In the top lane, An Amazing Time. In the jungle, versus Hody Jones. In mid, Danny. In AD carry, Hey B5 and his support, Nectophile.
And on the red side tonight, we have in the top lane, The Dark Fox 23. In the jungle, we have Bruiser BR. In the mid lane, we have Advanced Atto, ATTO. In bot lane, as the ADC, we have Mr. Nefarious. And on support, we have Zafkiel.
So, all right, guys, we're getting into Champion Select here. So, let's go ahead and see what we've got. All right. Starting off, blue side, banning Lucian, targeting Mr. Nefarious. Mr. Nefarious, the AD for Seaholm here, is the highest rank here. He's put a lot of time and a lot of effort into practicing a lot of ADs. So we're probably going to see a couple bans going the way of him in the bot lane to try to kind of cut down his impact in this game. But we'll see what we're doing. We've got a Darius and a Pike ban coming out from Seaholm, as well as a Kane ban targeted towards Bruiser over on Seaholm. Sandra ban's going to wrap up the first round of bans for Grandville as we move into the final ban for Birmingham United. Let's see what they end up going with. A Jax ban. Yeah, Jax has been seeing a lot of play in competitive as well as in the top lane, just in ranked solo queues. Putting a monstrous performance in the top lane, being the late game carry that he is. We've got a first pick Ezreal here, assumingly going to the AD for Grandville.
Now, you could see an Ezreal mid lane, though. He does work with AP and AD.
Yeah, after that buff to his AP ratios, he's really been packing the numbers here. Ooh, and a last-second lock-in Camille for Bruiser. Probably jungle. Could be top.
My money's going to be on that's going to be a jungle Camille.
Yeah, there have been some changes to Camille over time trying to cut into her jungle clears, and she has been poking her way back into the top lane. But that Cyan pretty much confirms the fact that we'll be seeing that Camille going to the top lane, with Cyan being the premier tank for pretty much all top laners at the moment. You've got an Urgot nerfs, you've got an Aatrox nerfs, and Cyan's just been able to really steamroll his way into some top lane dominance.
Got a Sejuani pick over on blue side. That's most likely going to be their jungler.
And our last pick for blue side here before we move into the second round of bans will be the Malzahar.
I haven't seen a lot of Malzahar lately. Is he just somebody that's fallen out of meta, or is it just somebody that's not popular anymore?
He's one of those champions that can be abused by the long-range poke mages like we saw yesterday in the Zoe. The Jace is going mid, Oriana here as well. These champions can really get to him and get down that spell shield early, allowing for some nice trades in the early to mid stages of the laning phase. And since those champions right now are really popular, you don't see a ton of Malzahar. But whenever you do see a Malzahar in the game, you know that there are people on the other team that are going to have to pay that Malzahar tax and pick up a QSS, either second or third item, to really keep that lockdown getting away. Looks like we have a missed ban from the Dark Fox on the side of Birmingham United. My guess
Could it be Are they just comfortable with the bans they already have, and they just don't want to go ahead and ban anyone else?
My guess is that is a mistake. But we'll see what happens. Yep. All right. So there we go. We're gonna pull out real quick. So we'll go ahead and get this back in as they are loading up again for a second time here after that missed ban. So give us just one moment and we'll get back into this when we can. we are back getting ready to get into Champion Select here. We're going to go ahead and stick with the same picks that we had from before. Same picks, same bands. Let's get underway, and hopefully we can get this back to where we were at. Looks like we got a visual error on our side. That's showing the hovering of the blue side that they had already locked in. But we're just going to get through here real quick and get back to the point of Champion Select where blue side is about to move into their second round of banning. We're going to see again the Ezreal, Sejuani, and Malzahar on blue side, as well as the Sion and Orianna on red side. However, there was a mistake when they locked in the Camille in the top lane. The top laner had DC'd with Camille being hovered, but did not mean to select that champion. So we will be just reselecting and moving that Sion into the top lane where he was meant to go, and allowing the jungler to get the champion that he was going to pick.
I was actually low-key excited to see a Camille in the jungle and the Sion in the top lane.
Yeah, it's pretty classic, like high-level solo queue games right there with the Camille and Sion. Great team fighting, great front line, and especially paired with the Orianna, Camille's ultimate can really do wonders when you're throwing that ult right into the middle of the ultimatum. So here we will see, we've already got the mid laner locked in, so most likely we will see the jungle pick here. Not 100% sure, but that is what we can expect. Well, actually, it'll be the Vayne. I mean, it could be a jungle Vayne, but we're going to hope not. So it will be the Vayne 80 carry for Mr. Nefarious in the bot lane. And we will move now into our fresh set of bans.
Getting rid of that Braum, they don't want to have to deal with him down the bot lane as a support. He's been pretty strong right now.
Yeah, paired with Ezreal, you've got a lot of long-range gank setup in the bot lane, as well as with the brand just to echo that bot lane dominance that we may be seeing out of Birmingham United this game. So we'll have to see how the supports end up being picked with Braum brand out of the equation. We may see a Tom Kench ban, something like a Lulu Thresh. There's the Thresh. So
seems like a lot of focus on that bot lane with these last three picks.
Yeah, so we're looking at top lane still hasn't been picked for Grandville over here, though there isn't much you can pick into the Sion that really makes the Sion worry about what's about to come. And as well as Grandville recognizing the fact that there is still jungler opportunities up for Birmingham United, banning away the Lee Sin, taking just one more jungler off the table, the Kayn, the Lee Sin being banned away now. We're going to see the new Morgana. Ooh, this is exciting. So as of today, Morgana has been updated. So I'm just going to talk real quick for those of you watching that aren't aware of the changes to Morgana. The biggest change that we are seeing for Morgana is going to be in her ultimate. Morgana has now gotten a nice update to her movement speed when she ults, allowing her to really lock down the champions that she hadn't really been able to in the past, and helping to really bring in that playmaking that we could see with her ultimate. Not a ton of change, but the visual changes will be nice to see for sure. And a Blitzcrank and an Howie will wind up the picks for Grandville Esports.
And it looks like we've got ourselves a Jarvan jungle.
All right, so I don't know if that was just a really good read by Birmingham United with what Grandville might be going with, but picking the Blitzcrank into the Morgana is definitely a questionable decision. Morgana being one of the best counters to Blitzcrank, but also seeing the Thresh ban It may just be that their support is comfortable with Morgana because Morgana also counters Thresh, but they, for some reason, weren't willing to let that one go through. So.
And it could just be that Grandville is just very comfortable with that Blitzcrank. They're not worried about the spell shield from the Morgana.
Yeah. If Blitzcrank does pull off some really nice hooks, we're going to see an explosive bot lane here. Sejuani and Jarvan, both very early level gankers. You're going to see them ganking lanes at level 3 for Sejuani, level 2 sometimes for Jarvan, with the quick red buff into top lane gank, red buff into walk bot lane gank, or sometimes just blue into bot. Really looking to solidify the pressure with his EQ combo. And if either one of these teams can really get their bot lane ahead, we're probably going to see that team just pull ahead where we might not have seen the other teams. So we are going to get a quick word from our sponsors here as we move into the beginning of our game. So stay tuned.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
It's hard for young people to get financed, and Michigan Legacy helped me get my first auto loan. For that, I'm forever grateful, and I love this credit union.
At Michigan Legacy Credit Union, students are eligible to get a car loan without a cosigner. We are offering car loans to members who are 18 years or older and have not established credit yet. If you have a job, Michigan Legacy Credit Union can provide a car loan you can afford, allowing you to make your first big purchase. Go to MichiganLegacyCU.org to learn more. Start your financial future with Michigan Legacy Credit Union.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's. Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for one medium pizza at participating locations.
This fundraiser has been awesome for our squad. We've made a lot of money, very easy to do, it's very quick to do, and it's very effective.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
I love working for Stryker.
I'm genuinely excited to come to work every day.
We support each other and look out for each other.
I love Stryker because we are like a family.
At Stryker, I own my career.
There are so many different places Stryker can take me in the next 5 years.
Together with our
customers,
we are driven
to make
healthcare better.
Great people with a strong mission and values can accomplish great things together.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
All right. Give us 1 second here. Trying to go ahead and get this game captured. Not sure why we are not seeing the gameplay footage. I swear I had this working before we started. There we go. All right. So we are underway now in this game. We're looking at red team is lining up, looking at a potential invade. Blue team does have Blitzcrank. That is always a scary option when you can see that Blitzcrank moving in and just really messing with the early clears from your jungler.
I want to take a second to point out that blue team is running double kleptomancy on their side with that Ezreal and that Alawi.
Yeah. So Alawi running kleptomancy is definitely something that became popular at the beginning of the season. People realized very quickly that it is possible to proc kleptomancy on the E from Sejuani. What ends up happening is you pull the soul out from the enemy and you're able to just auto the soul that gets pulled out, and that counts for your kleptomancy procs.
And obviously Ezreal running kleptomancy is very popular right now in meta. He just sits there and stacks gold with his Q spam.
Yeah, so just looking at early leashes here, Jarvan going red side into a potential early gank, but it looks like he's just going to be moving into the river and possibly into the enemy's jungle to do some vertical jungling, hopefully steal away a camp or two from Sejuani. Jarvan does have the early advantage in that matchup, easily able to push Sejuani out of the jungle if they do meet up in a favorable stance for the Jarvan.
Looks like Jarvan just took blue side's blue and is heading to mid lane currently.
Yeah, so just getting the scuttle, getting that early damage and early vision down, quick EXP, quick gold, and we're gonna probably look to see a couple of ganks coming out here soon. We'll see if Sejuani can actually read the fact that they invaded onto the blue. He'll know as soon as Jarvan shows here, so here we go into a early gank. This should surely be a kill.
Yep, and Sejuani went straight to red side blue.
Not at all who we thought it was. Unamazing time pulling out the early kill against the Dark Fox, who did not pull back and allow the jungler to come in for the quick cleanup. So we will see first blood going over to the Sejuani. Alright, let me see if I can fix the mic problem. I'm assuming you guys are saying that is coming from me, as I'm the one that's talking the most often. So if it is indeed coming from me, I will see if I can figure out a way to fix the mic quality that you guys are hearing.
Jarvan barely getting away from a failed gank again in the top lane.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and give this mic one quick test. Changed a couple settings. We'll see how it sounds here real quick as I mute myself again. And Colin will take over for a little bit while I try to play around with this. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. This is our first time trying to give you some kind of commentary over top of this.
So we got a Jarvan in the bush coming for a mid gank. Good spell shield by Malzahar to get away with his life.
All right, looks like we are back, and mic is sounding all right. So, not sure if what I changed actually did anything, but if you guys are saying it sounds better, then it will sound better. We're gonna get some wards here, spotting blue side or red side, sorry, taking the recall. We're probably gonna see a pushed in lane here real quick, trying to get the lane to reset underneath Birmingham United's tower here, as Ezreal and Blitz are going to look to get a recall or a roam off. So, other than that first quick gank top, we haven't really seen a ton of action. Just some nice trading going on in the mid lane, as well as that attempted gank top by Jarvan, getting pushed off by Sejuani and Alawi. Alawi's really going to be able to take hold of this matchup with that first kill and the Phage against the Scion. Being ahead early on Alawi definitely will feel very rewarding, and especially hitting level 6 here before the Scion. And
This Scion is just getting bullied out of his lane right now. He's just doing nothing but sitting under his tower. There's nothing he can do against this Alawi.
Yeah. So Jarvan, you would expect him to look top, but he's going to look to other lanes here, try to get some influence, get a couple other lanes ahead. Goes for the quick gank onto the Malzahar. We're going to see a missed shockwave from Addo, and that will be the end of that gank. Sadly, a missed opportunity from Birmingham United. Really would have loved to have seen that converted into a kill, as Sejuani picks up the red, and Jarvan is just too late to get around to it. We can see the junglers clashing here real quick. Should be an advantage for the Jarvan. Both have red buff, but the Birmingham United's mid can make the roam earlier. Blitzcrank
nice grab by that Blitzcrank
to really just shut that down. Malzahar onto Orianna. Couple missed spells. Going back in, and that will be a kill picked up for Birmingham United's jungler. Second of the game.
Clutch move by that Morgana there, hitting the spell shield on the Orianna while Malzahar was ulting.
That is exactly the reason why you like to see Morgana in this matchup. Not only Blitzcrank, not only Sejuani, but Malzahar as well. All get shut down pretty heavily by the Morgana spell shield. And hopefully we can see that play out in team fights as this game progresses. But with the way top lane is going, team fights are not going to be easy from Birmingham United. Down over 50 CS already, and we are only 8 minutes into the matchup. Sion is going to miss his ulti and try to take a recall. Let's see if the Alawi can punish this. I have no doubt that she's going to be able to pull this off. But Sion does get away without using his flash. He teleports coming up soon. We should see him take a recall here. TP back to lane. Hopefully not lose too much EXP. So already we're seeing a 2K down to 1K advantage now for Grandville. Almost 100% here on the top laner. 4,000 gold to only the 2,000 gold that Sion has accumulated in this game. Every lane is ahead from Birmingham United except for that 2,000 gold deficit we see in the top lane. And really this lane is going to determine whether or not Birmingham can make it back into this game. You hate to see it happen, but Sion clearly not understanding this matchup well enough, or Alawi just getting ahead enough, as we see a engage onto the blue side Sejuani. Jarvan ult, Orianna. Ooh.
Very nice ult by that Ezreal.
Yeah. great job turning it around, getting the return kill, stymie the bleeding and stymie the advantage that this Jarvan has really built up for himself. I'm surprised we didn't see the shockwave there as soon as the Jarvan ult went down. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there on the side of Birmingham United. You just throw the Orianna shield and the Orianna shockwave immediately onto the Jarvan as he's jumping in there for easy cleanup on what could have been 2 members without having to trade back the Jarvan. But instead we do see the holding of the ultimate. Hopefully that will be used later on to create an advantage as we see the top laner pushing out Sion again. Alawi just really, really putting the stranglehold in on this top lane.
And taking the first tower.
Not only taking the first tower, but we did also see a kill onto Sion. He was in the soul result from Alawi after he pulled out the Sion soul, and Sion decided to take a greedy back, forgetting that the tentacles do continue to spawn. A tentacle drops onto Sion's head, and that results in another kill for the Alawi. 2-1 in this matchup. 500 gold bounty already. Let's see if Jarvan can take out. Looks like he's just going to disengage, knowing a 2v1 against a level 9 Alawi. Not what you like to see. Smites on both of the junglers here. Engage onto the mid laner. Fights going on all over the place, but that will be a pickup. No. Orianna lives. What was that? Orianna
That's 1 HP.
With what? Yeah, 24 HP when we click over to her. Even less before that as she was chugging a potion.
Look at that grab by the Blitz. Blitz is being very ballsy right now.
Yeah, all over the map.
And he's going to pay for it.
He's going to pay 100%. So Jarvan will find himself in a predicament here. Fighting between the Rift Herald and the Sejuani. He does get over the wall with his flag and drag. So not too much going to be seen there. But Alawi's going to be hoping to move this advantage elsewhere on the map that she's created for herself in the top lane. Really abusing this matchup and this advantage that she built off of that failed gank early. That 2v1 kill that she found. Now sitting just absolutely dominant in this matchup. Up almost 4,000 gold just in that top lane. As we crest into the mid-game here, you're going to see the team slowing down, trying to build up their mid-game strategies, try to see how they can... Oh, and we have a pause. Okay, so it looks like we've got a little bit of a connection issue for the side of Grandville. Every team is allotted a 5-minute pause, so hopefully they can get this rectified for the side of Grandville here. Looks like the Blitzcrank is having a little bit of difficulties. So as we move into this time, let's see if we can get a clip here on the Orianna. So we see Orianna here drop really low. Looks like down to 7 HP on that Orianna when she got away from that gank. Very lucky. Slim margin. That's the result of a minion damage or anything that really would have swung the tide of that. So it looks like play has resumed for us here as we move, again, like I said, move into the mid game. You're going to see a lot of slow action between most of these lanes as the team set up for their mid game.
And it looks like some lanes are just okay, getting a little farm in, building up their gold. Especially that Sion, he needs as much gold as he can physically get right now.
Now he's been able to get 10 CS back while the Alawi only got 2. While Alawi was trying to move advantages across the map. Was only able to get 1 of the plates down on the mid lane turret, but is right back to where she is calling home, bullying the Sion matchup. And we've really not seen Birmingham United be able to take advantage of this 4-in-1 Jarvan that they've created. Getting a lot of early ganks off every time just gets answered back immediately, whether it be in the top lane or just a quick kill back onto the Jarvan. Hopefully we can see this advantage be built up on other parts of the map.
Missed hook by Blitzcrank means a missed opportunity.
Jarvan looks to be going ahead and doing the Rift Herald here, trying to sneak that out from underneath the side of Grandville. They have a dominant advantage in the top side of this map. I'm surprised that they're allowing this to happen. I'm surprised they didn't put up any wards around this, because with Howie on the second tier 2, you would imagine that there's no chance that Birmingham United is able to pull that out. But hopefully with that advantage that they just got in the Rift Herald they might be able to take some gold back on this map that they are just bleeding out here. Another missed hook by the Blitzcrank in the bot lane. And we're seeing the bot lane and the mid for Birmingham United really be able to create their own advantages. It's exciting to see that hopefully they're able to create advantage on the bottom side of this map to play around the dragon, which we haven't seen them take yet.
It seems like Grandville's focus is more on taking towers than taking things like Rift Herald or any other objectives on the map. They just want to continue to push on that base.
Yeah, Howie knows that she's ahead. She knows what she can do. Moving down into the mid lane to take advantage of the fact that Sejuani had moved up there. Morgana going in real quick onto Sejuani. Doesn't actually hit the ult on the Malzahar. And we just see this team fight fall apart for Birmingham United, as all 4 members of Birmingham United will drop here. The only one being alive is Vayne. Not much Vayne's going to be able to do to fend off this horde of Grandville players as they move on to the inner tower in the mid lane. And this is just taking one advantage and snowballing it into just an absolute massacre across the side. Great shockwave from Orianna. We're going to see Vayne move in with the ultimate, try to pull out this Howie and get some of this gold back. Nice dodge on the Blitzcrank hook, but not quite able to find the damage on the Howie. Howie will get away with just a couple hundred health.
If I were Birmingham right now,
we got a TP from Howie moving in. We're going to see a fight happen out over this Drake that Birmingham thought that they could contest, but it looks like Grandville finally decided to make the move on an objective that wasn't a tower.
I think they just saw
Jarvan's
that
going for a steal
Birmingham
here.
was going for him.
Jarvan does get the steal on the Ocean Dragon, pulling that out and almost getting away. Not quite able to do so, but still a really nice pickup for Birmingham United to stop the bleeding here. Because honestly, with the way that this game is going, you can take as few advantages as you can pull at this point.
I mean, they got the dragon, but was it worth though?
I would say a first tier Ocean Drake would have been really nice to have seen 10 minutes ago. But it's definitely not something you're gonna scorn. There was no chance that Birmingham United is able to stop that bot lane tower take, the outer tower take. And Jarvan is up in time to defend this inner tower. We'll see if they're able to do so. Sion TPing onto the inner turret. Vayne's able to dodge out of the Blitzcrank hook. Looks like we've gotten engaged here. A nice team fight. All of the focus onto Howie, able to get the shutdown early. No other kills being picked up by blue side, and that is just a free kill from the side of Birmingham United to get that 500 gold shutdown onto Howie.
I think it went to the right person. Vayne got the kill on that one. She needs the gold. She needs to continue to build so she can snowball into late game.
So I think from that whole play, we do see Grandville go up 2 towers. taking almost all of the inner towers at this point. Just mid lane standing here with just a little bit of health left. We see that tower sitting there with only 300 health. And as soon as they're able to crest that inner tower line, we'll see if they can actually siege up any of these towers and really get some of the inhibitor towers down. But Birmingham United really capitalizing on a overreach by the Alawi, thinking that she can do more than she was able to pull off there. We see the Eye of the Rift Herald being cracked in the bot lane with Shelly pushing down. Hopefully they're able to pick up a tower, but we see Grandville moving in, and it looks like Birmingham is sniffing this out and is going to back up, not being able to utilize the Rift Herald to its full advantage, but still getting a good chunk down on that bot tower. Looks
We've
like
got Baron now
Morgana's
live.
caught out in the jungle. Going to be a quick and easy pickup for Grandville Bulldogs. Not sure
Feels
what
bad.
she was doing there, but we see another engage in top lane, another missed ult by Scion. It's a shame that they haven't been able to capitalize on having this beefy tank in the top lane, but with 50 farm, you can't expect Scion to really be able to put too much in this. As we look at the gold advantage that Alawi's built for herself. Oh, we see another engage, hook onto the Scion, pull out from the soul. All 5 members of Grandville here capitalizing on the Scion just stood around for a little bit too long. Flash,
And now they're going to go ahead and take Dragon or Baron.
Yeah, I mean they're at this point. The Alawi ult was used in that fight. The Sejuani ult was used in that fight. Ezreal ult is down. Oh no, Ezreal ult is up. But at least a couple of ults, key ults are down on the side of Grandville. Hopefully, if Birmingham United want to fight this, they absolutely can. We see the Morgana flash ult into the pit, is not able to get the kill onto anybody, but they were able to get the shutdown again onto Alawi. We see another ult here from Oriana pulling down, and the Malzahar won't quite burn out. Oh, Oriana flashes forward. Not able to find any skills as she was silenced immediately. But they were able to stop the Baron, which would have surely resulted in at least one inhibitor being taken. Let's see if Birmingham United can pull any advantage now while they have a full health Vayne on the map. I don't think they will. Vayne will probably just go for the clear of the minion wave, push it into the mid lane and back.
It's an interesting build in this Scion right now with the triple long swords and a Sunfire cape, when you would assume he'd try to build a little more AD and MR just to be able to survive.
Yeah, with the Sunfire cape being built first, it'll help that wave clear that he needs to answer from the constant push of Alawi, which I do like seeing. Sunfire did get buffed recently, so seeing that in here, Ezreal just checking the Baron pit, but the 3 longswords I can only imagine is being put into a Titanic Hydra, I would assume, maybe a Ghost Blade, but I don't think Scion can take that luxury of building that item right now. Far too behind right now. You'd rather see a Knight's Vow coming out to support this Vayne that's really evolving into the win condition for Birmingham United, already sitting at 2-0 with 50 CS over the Ezreal. We'll see what they can do here. Birmingham United looking for a fight. I don't think they should be looking for. Scion gets pulled into the team, going to take some quick damage, already forced out of the fight, and that's going to be a resulting no from the team fight. Missed Blitzcrank hook. Good dodge there by the Morgana. Doesn't have to burn the spell shield. Ult from Sejuani used. So that is a key ult down, but I don't think Birmingham United can really look for anything here. Going for another steal. Jarvan picks up another dragon out of the hands of Grandville. That is 2 drakes stolen by this Jarvan as he looks to hopefully get away right into the Ezreal. Not going to be able to get away here. But that is another pickup from the dragon. And nothing else was really lost by Birmingham United. Just a little bit of time on the Jarvan. I think that Jarvan is playing a really good game right now. Oh, slow on to Vayne. Vayne is going to look to turn it around as she tries to get away Doesn't look like she's going to be able to get away from this. Too many slows. There's the ult from Malzahar, and that is going to seal her fate. 40 seconds on the death timer there as Grandville is looking to push down an inhibitor turret. We see Oriana backing to hopefully make it to this tower. Maybe they can defend stuff. Morgana already half health, and this tower is dropping fast. Tower down, another 13 seconds still on the Vayne. Alawi taking a good amount of damage here. Engaged here by the Jarvan, pulled in by the Morgana, wasn't able to get anything, but they do pull out the Alawi. Oriana has not dropped yet, but looking to drop here in a second. There goes Oriana. Vayne has made it back into the fight. No ult here, looking to get some damage in, gets the Malzahar, but nobody else able to drop here. And this will be a pickup on the inhibitor, most likely as soon as Scion's Remnant does drop. And that is the first inhibitor of the game. Going over to Grandville. There are still 5 members down, and it looks like they're pushing onto the Nexus turrets. Don't think they can actually do anything with that, and they agree with me. They're going to pull off here as the teams reset with the gold in the pocket. 1,000 gold bounty on his Ezreal. 7-0-7. He is absolutely monstrous right now. We thought it was the Alawi, but the advantage is built up by the mid lane and bot lane. Through the CS on the side of Birmingham United has been absolutely shut down by the amount of kills that have been able to be thrown over to the Malzahar and Ezreal. We're looking 7-0 on the Ezreal, 6-2 on the Malzahar. Really just putting the nails in the coffin. Clean up in the jungle here, getting some gold onto the Vayne. Red buff picked up. Looks like they are setting up some wards, maybe a trap here for the Vayne as Vayne moves through the jungle. Blitzcrank looking for a hook, not able to find it. Morg shield will deny that.
Looks like Blue is setting up to bait them for a Baron. They don't need it. They can push if they need to. They're a lot larger than Birmingham is, but I think they just want to get that fight, so they can go ahead and push down some inhibitor turrets and close this game out.
Yeah, they're just killing time at this point. They know that they have the advantage. Inhibitor being taken in the bot lane is exactly what you would like to see if you're Grandville. And the fact that that went down is just creating a pocket of pressure on the map that Birmingham just has to answer. And they do see the Vayne move down there. Vayne is the power point right now for Birmingham United. And as soon as she shows, they move on to the Baron here. Not going down very quick. They don't have too many Drakes to their name. They've set up in this bush. We'll see if... Oh, we've got an ult here onto the Jarvan, hoping to stop his invade onto the Baron. Ult's used. Scion ult's down. Morgana ult's down. Alawi ult's down. Alawi drops herself. Good hook from the Blitzcrank, pulling over the Vayne into the Baron pit and forcing the flash out of Vayne. But we see Vayne re-engage here. Drops the Blitzcrank. Double kill for the Vayne. And this is going to be an easy pickup for the Malzahar. But we see the red team move on to the Baron. There's no smite. They're able to pick it up, though, with all of the damage that was dropped onto it by Grandville earlier. And I got to say, this is a misplay by Grandville. By all right, there is no reason that Birmingham United should ever walk out of that with the Baron.
No way. No way at all. I mean, they've got a 6,000 gold deficit. They're down 11 kills. Grandville's got 2 players that are absolutely huge right now. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Nefarious here really showcasing why he is in that Diamond 2 division. Just absolutely doing everything he can to keep this team in the game. We've seen a lot of really nice Oriana shockwaves as well to deny a lot of engages by the Alawi. And these 2 players are really going to be the reason that Birmingham United pulls it back. We see Grandville picking up their first strike. It is the Ocean. Not exactly what you like to see going into the later stages of the game. but we do have a Mountain Dragon. That will be the last elemental of the game. By the time that spawns and is taken, we will have Elder Dragon spawning after that. So if the game gets to that point, we will see that Mountain Dragon taken. Birmingham would love to pick that up and get a second Mountain Dragon and just deny that from Grandville, who is still 5k gold ahead, and would use that Mountain Dragon to push down these couple of structures standing in the base of Birmingham.
Got a QSS picked up by the Vane now. Take care of any CC that might be coming his way.
Yeah, that's the Malzahar attack, but when you see a Sejuani, when you see a Blitzcrank, you just have to imagine there's no reason you don't build a QSS here. Looks like Alawi engages, Vane is able to dodge out, but that is going to be the ult, and the QSS is already on cooldown. Vane's going to be taken down, but so will the Malzahar. Jarvan drops, Sejuani drops, and that is a 3 for 2, for the side of Birmingham. Able to create these advantages here. Vane was able to just really take a quick kill onto the Alawi. Was able to get a really nice condemn into the corner of the jungle. And they were able to chunk her down to 25% before that fight even broke out.
I don't want to take anything away from this Vane because he's doing a fantastic job with her, but this Alawi has decided to overextend time after time and putting himself into situations where he's getting focused and taken out very early.
Yeah. We see the Spear of Sojin coming out for the Alawi. This is a lot of HP. That Sterix Gauge, Black Cleaver, Spear of Sojin, just really stacking the HP to try to live through this quick burst when she does go in for these ultimates. But you got to imagine, there is no armor on this Alawi. She is just getting absolutely burnt down by the Vane in these fights. And I'm questioning if Merc Treads was the right call here. There's not a ton of CC on the side of Birmingham United, just a condemn from Vane, which is very situational. But we see an engage here. The QSS used a little bit too late, wasn't able to stop the Malzahar ult, but still able to pick up a ton of damage with the Blade of the Ruin King healing her, and she's able to pick up a double kill in what looked like a beautiful engage by Grandville. So another 2-for-1 advantage here pulled out from Birmingham. It looks like Birmingham might be sticking around for a little bit too long. Nice condemn onto the Alawi. We see the Sterix Gauge pop. There's all the HP. Jarvan jumps in. Vane looking for an in, but not able to find it. Does find the Alawi, though, however, as she moves in for the ult on Vane. Again, still no armor on this Alawi, and is just absolutely getting burnt down. Still a 3k gold, but at this point you have to realize most of the gold advantage is between these top laners, and neither one of them is making an impact in this game that you would like to see from our top teams in D3. Alawi able to get a huge advantage in the early game, really just absolutely took it to the Scion, but has not been able to transition that advantage into these team fights. Time and time again, overextending into the Vane, and just being chunked down and taken out over and over again. We see the Merc Sem finished for the Vane, building that QSS into a little bit more lifesteal, a lifeline there for her to keep alive in these fights. And it is really on Birmingham United to make sure that this Vane never dies in these team fights. If Vane dies, that will spell absolute disaster for Birmingham United. And they Grandville will be able to move in, take those inhibitors, take those turrets, and hopefully close out this game that by all rights is theirs to close out. We see them moving in again on this mid tower. Chung taken out on the Vane, able to quickly heal it up with the Blade of the Ruin King here. Just a great showing, honestly, by both ADs. Grandville Bulldogs AD still yet to die in this game. We see Howie taking down to 25% again. Sharkwave onto the Malzahar. Quick ult. Q assessed by the Vayne. We see Howie going down. Malzahar going down. And that is another 2 quick kills for Birmingham United. And you got to be questioning, what is Grandville doing at this point? It looks
like Birmingham United is now going over to go ahead and take that Baron.
Yeah, they're looking to set up, clear up some vision. They've not been able to move out of their side of the jungle for a while now. And Granville's been able to put some wards. They clear them all out. They're looking to move in. Vayne will burn this down really quick with a Mountain Dragon. Sejuani moving in for the steal and gets taken out before the Baron even gets dropped. And
absolutely deleted.
Birmingham United just looks like they're going to be able to close this out. Morgana looking for an odd stop onto the Blitzcrank. Almost gets taken down by the tower, but not able to find that kill. The Blitzcrank was. And just what a carry performance here by Mr. Nefarious. Really showcasing that his team deserves to be in this top slot of Division 3.
I also want to mention some fantastic steals by their Jarvan. I mean, he got them, 2 Drakes and a Baron when they shouldn't have had either of them?
Yo, for sure. I mean, with the way that this is shaping up, another Mountain Dragon for the side of Birmingham United. I still need to get used to that name change that came in this season. But you got to imagine, the second that they get to a tower, Vayne is going to absolutely obliterate them. Looking like Vayne is moving onto the eye edge or a GA here with that BF sword. A little bit of crit on the Phantom Dancer, but really that's probably just going to be used as a shield, not for the crit chance. And for the first time this game, Birmingham United is in the driver's seat. 59.5k to 58.8. They are now up in gold. And we'll see what they can do. Quick Sejuani ult onto the Orianna, able to flash away, engaged by the Jarvan. Looks like a fight that was originally started on the side of Grandville, but Vayne into the fight. Quick triple kill for the Vayne. Flashes over, almost able to get the GA pop. Quadra for the Vayne.
That's a Quadra.
Not able to find the Ezreal, who is able to get away with the GA, still alive, but a Quadra for the Vayne. And, yeah, this is looking like this might be all that Birmingham needs to seal the game. Ezreal uses TP bot lane to get away just in case the Vayne was still chasing. Was not. They are pushing mid. We'll see at least an inhibitor dropping. Sejuani's coming
more,
up in
as fast as those are going down.
So,
they're just going to back off.
Making the right call there. Sejuani's up, Ezreal's up, Blitzcrank is up, and you don't need to risk it at this point. Your Vayne is so far ahead. The 1,000 gold bounty now on both of these ADs. And just what a showing here by Birmingham United to pull it back into this game. Jarvan's able to interrupt Sejuani and Malzahar as they move into the Orianna that they caught out. And Vayne immediately moves around and burns down the Sejuani, burns down the Alawi. And again, we see no function coming from the top lane of Grandville.
If this game isn't a testament to how you should be resilient and fight back whenever it looks like everything's lost, I don't know what is.
10k gold deficit. Down now to a 1k gold advantage. Only 4 kills separate this team. 3 dragons. They're down a couple towers. But by all rights, Birmingham is winning this game. Looks like this is going to be a quick catch onto the Alawi. Jarvan ult, Morgana Q, Quick pickup again by Mr. Nefarious, moving to 16, 3, and 2 on this vein, just absolutely sticking it to Grandville. Looks like Brookshank's going for the hook. Doesn't find it. Moving on to the tower. Another quick ult onto Mr. Nefarious. QSS is away. Moves in. Quick kill onto the Malzahar. Onto the Ezreal. GA is finally going to be popped on Ezreal. We might see him dropping. Double kill for the Vayne. Triple kill for the Vayne. Quadra kill for the Vayne.
And that's a red team ace as well.
Yeah, this game is over. All that is needed now is for Birmingham to push down the base, push down the Nexus. And what a showing here by Birmingham and Grandville. Honestly, Grandville had a monstrous early game and sadly wasn't able to capitalize on the advantages they built. But that will be a wrap here on this game. What a pickup here by Birmingham United. So that will be it for the game. I appreciate everybody sticking around. What a game we saw there. Both teams commanding advantages at different points of the game, but Birmingham United able to pull out the victory in 40 minutes. All right, so that's going to do it here from us at State Champs Esports. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. We appreciate all the support. Birmingham United moving to 5-0. Grandville moving to 4-1 in Division 3. Both teams are still looking to be dominant in their groups and make a showing here in the postseason. Both teams hoping to make it to LTU, the ultimate goal of all of the teams in our tournament. Every team is eligible. Every team makes the postseason. It's just up to you whether or not you win it. So, again, that's a wrap from us here. Again, my name was Andrew Blanchard. I was joined here by Colin Graham, our esports manager. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned for our weekly recap, our games of the week, our plays of the week, and you'll see plenty of plays from this game making it into that top 5 countdown. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. Make sure to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, follow button on Twitch. We're looking to get as much support as we can to grow this as big as we can, to keep offering you guys the opportunities, the scholarships, the money, the goals, the dream, making it to college, making it to LTU. That'll be us for the night. Everyone have a great night and enjoy the rest of your week.